All right. Hello, my name is Neil, and today we'll just be doing a short lesson on some vocals. So, an example that I have for you today is there's a song called Dive by Ed Sheeran, and we're just going to go line by line and break the song down into, maybe some of the common mistakes as well as how you're supposed to get your own kind of tastes into the song. So, we're going line by line, learning how to sing each of the lines. So, here's what the song is going to sound like. I'll just sing the first verse. So it's going to go like this. Well, maybe I came on too strong, and maybe I waited too long, and maybe I played my cards wrong, oh, just a little bit wrong. And baby, I apologize for it, 'cause I could fall or I could fly here in your aeroplane, and I could live or I could die hanging on those words you say. So that's probably as far as we'll get, but let's go and start with the first line. So, oh, maybe I came on too strong is the lyric. And lyrics are incredibly important, obviously, for the voice because what we're singing, but it's also based on conversation. It's also based on language. So a lot of the emotion is actually going to come out of how we say those words in conversation or how we would use those to express a story. So maybe I came on too strong is like a little bit of a regretful action. So we're not going to say like, oh, maybe I came on too strong, right? We're not angry about it. We're not like necessarily frustrated. We're just like looking back and we're thinking, maybe I came on too strong. Maybe I came on too strong. And we don't want to over enunciate either. It's not maybe I came on too strong, because a lot of people do that when they're starting out because they think that the lyric is what's kind of the most important part, when in reality it's the emotion behind the lyric, if that makes sense. So, well, maybe I came on too strong. Well, maybe I came on too strong, right? It's the way that we say it. Oh, maybe I came on too strong. And then maybe I waited too long. Maybe I waited too long. And then whenever you're doing a little bit of a run or, one syllable, one vowel sound with many notes, it's important to emphasize the right part of the word. So maybe I waited too long. You'll notice that I don't get to the ng of long until the very end. Long, right? So maybe I waited too long. You don't want to go, maybe I waited too long. You can kind of hear that. It feels like it gets choked up, and it's also way harder because it's not open. Vowels tend to be open sounds, and the consonants kind of lock it in. So we're trying to not hold those consonants for very long. All right, next line. Maybe I played my cards wrong. So we can say, maybe I played my cards with that hard R, but you might notice that I'm not really doing that. And that comes to the mechanics of how we speak and what's comfortable and how we sing. So when I say the word cards, maybe I played my cards wrong. It's basically like cards wrong. Super soft R landing into that D. Well, maybe I played my cards wrong. Oh, just a little bit wrong. Oh, just a little bit wrong. So we can pick the melody that we're going to sing there, but it's really important to know exactly what notes you're singing. And I don't need to know them by name. I just need to know, oh, just a little bit wrong, right? I want to know at least what I'm planning on singing instead of, oh, just a little bit wrong. It might just be like too confusing. So I want to have that clear intention in my mind. Oh, just a little bit wrong. And baby, I apologize for it. And that's a really important one. I. So you're not going I. Or maybe I. You want it I. Finish with the E. And that's really going to help you be able to sing that with like an open mouth, open jaw, and get that clear sound. Because baby, I apologize for it. And the way that you enunciate apologize is going to depend on you. How do you say the word apologize? Apologize. Baby, I apologize for it. Apologize. So it's going to depend on how you speak, but I'm just picking something that's comfortable for me. Obviously, Ed Sheeran is British, so he might choose different pronunciations than I will. I'm singing this like me, as if I'm going to do a cover of it, and I'm just pulling my best performance out of it. Okay. Then the next part. I could fall or I could fly. So same note twice. I could fall or I could fly. Fly. So that's another one of those I things that we want to be careful of. Fly. Right? Winds it down at the end. So I could fall or I could fly here in your aeroplane. And that one has its aeroplane in 3 syllables, not 2 syllables. So it's not airplane. Here in your aeroplane. I could live or I could die. So same thing as fall and fly. Die. I could live or I could die. Hanging on the words you say. And now we're getting into this more high, almost in the belty range. Hanging on those words you say. And the way that we approach that is going to depend on, the anatomy of your voice, which is why it's so important to have a private teacher who can kind of figure that out for you, or at least help you along with how that feels, because you don't want to strain there. Hanging on, so we're going to say that. Hanging on the words you say. Hanging on. We're not going to do that G, hanging. Hanging on the words. And then words, again, don't want to specify the consonants too much. We want to focus on the vowel. Hanging on the words, right? Hanging on the words you say, right? So that's, the higher it is, the harder it is to hold, but hanging on the words you say, and I've been known to give my all, right? Same thing. And the way that we approach those high notes too, that's another technical thing that you'll be able to kind of figure out the way that you want to do that. There's many ways to hit high notes, but for now, we're just focusing on the way that we're saying the words. Hanging on the words you say. Open mouth kind of gives you more room for that air, so it's going to come through much clearer and much easier. Singing that high shouldn't feel tense, but it should feel powerful. It should feel like when you're lifting a weight, you're not struggling to breathe, or you shouldn't be at least. You're just doing a very controlled breath, and you're, right? Hanging on the words you say, and I've been known to give my all. Perfect. Okay. So now let's go over what we have. Oh, okay. Oh, maybe I came on too strong, and maybe I waited too long, and maybe I played my cards wrong. Oh, just a little bit wrong. Baby, I apologize for it. And I could fly, or I could fall, or I could fly here in your aeroplane. And I could live, or I could die hanging on the words you say. And I've been known to give my all. Right? Perfect. So this is a really great song, and every song is going to have a little bit of a different approach, so it's worth going over that. But as you can see, these are the steps that I would follow in any new song. We'd want to figure out what the lyrics mean and how they're supposed to be said, and then turn that into how we're going to sing it. And for any long held note or any run, we're focusing more on the vowels than the consonants. So I really hope that helped you, and if you're interested in learning more from me, you can book a trial lesson, and we'll keep going. So have a great rest of your day and enjoy the musical journey.